Hello, welcome to this video about creating mystery pixel pictures. So I'm just going to get straight into it. To start with, when you're on Google Sheets, when you open a new spreadsheet, it'll look like this. So to start with, what you want to do is highlight everything by clicking this top left corner and dragging your cells so that they're more or less square. I'm going to make mine quite small because I've got quite a large picture. You'll notice that they don't actually go past Z when you first open them up, so I'm going to highlight across here. If you right click, you can then insert however many columns that you've highlighted. So with this it's 26. I'm going to put probably another 2 sets in just so that I can see them. So more or less we're kind of set up here. As a basic setup, we probably want to put the questions in the A column and your answers in your B column. So I'm going to copy and paste over my picture, which again, this is a very brief picture. I did this really quickly, so it's not probably my best. I'm going to paste it in. Now you notice that doesn't quite look right, so I'm going to highlight across and drag that so that that looks right. There you go, that's wonderful. Now you'll notice that the cells are probably too small to see any questions in, so what I like to do with mine is merge some of the cells. So I'm going to probably merge 4 at a time. So if you see here, we've got the merge cells button, and that will put them all into one. And the good thing about this is you can copy them. So Control and C if you're on a PC, and I believe it's Command and C if you're on a Mac, or you can click copy. And then if you paste in, so Control and V or Command and V, you notice you've now got 2 nice squares. I'm going to copy these, and you can drag all the way down, and you'll see that automatically gives you cells populated there that are merged. Now if you want to do also a put your numbers in, I suppose, as well. Right, however many questions you're going to do is probably going to depend on the colours that you have in your picture. So I like to copy, so I am always going to use the shortcuts now, so Control and C. Add one more here. Excuse me 1 minute while I sort this out. We copy in the colour there, so that first one, probably don't want to do the green first, so I think I'm going to start with the red, because that's going to make it less obvious, and then I might do this colour here, and then this colour here, because they're different, and then I think I might do the highlight colours, and then I might do the white. No, not that the kids will notice the white. Maybe I won't do the white. And then the belly colour and the other belly colour. And then finally we'll start doing the green, and then the dark, maybe we'll do the dark green first, and the light green, and then I believe we'll do the black. So I think that that is in total all of the colours that we've got in this, just so that I know which colours go with which question, basically. So I'm going to add some very brief questions and the answers in. Okay, so now we've got all that sorted, we're going to look at how to conditionally format everything. So conditional formatting basically means it checks what's in a cell, so in this box here for example, and see if it matches whatever formula that you've put in, and then it'll a certain colour will appear. So I like to look at what's called the hex values of these, because it makes it a little bit easier to format. So if you click on the colour that you want to format, and then you click on the fill tool, and then click this plus button here, it will show you what the hex key is. So this is basically the number / letter code that goes with the colour that you're using. So I like to copy that, so Control and C again, or Command and C if you're on a Mac. And then I'm going to go to Format and Conditional Formatting. Now to start with, it will just come up with this. So this is generally what you see on Google Sheets when you want to conditionally format. So I'm going to delete apply to range. I'm going to click on select data range. And I'm going to select everything that is red. So you see you can click and you can drag down if they're all next to each other. Now, if you want to select something that's not next to each other, if you hold the Control key, or again on a Mac, the Command key, and then click and select all of the ones that you want to, you'll notice it adds them all underneath. If you click OK, then every cell that we put the formula in is going to apply up here. So anything we put now will happen in all of those cells that are selected at the moment. So next thing we want to do is to work out the actual formula. So the formula that we need to use is to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and a custom formula is. So this formula is going to check whether the cell that the answer is in is equal to the answer we want it to be, which is why it's always easier to start off doing these with your questions and answers totally filled in. So we're going to start with equals. Now equals checks if something happens. So equals a cell number. Now we've merged these cells. So you want to check the top cell, which is C and 5, because the top one's 5. So equals, and you really important this, $C, $5. The reason we put the dollar signs in is so that it's always going to associate the formula with that cell, because if you don't do the dollar sign, because it likes to autofill things, it might then look at a different cell. So the dollar signs are like super important here. You'll notice now it's actually started filling in based on what that colour is. Now, so I want to check if C5 is equal to 2, which it is at the moment. So if we then click on the fill colour, oh look, actually the custom colour is there. But if it's not, you click on and copy and paste in your hex code. So you see that's gone red again. So we need to do the same thing for all the other colours. So I think my next colour I did, was it that one? It was that one. Okay, so I'm going to then go basically do another thing. So add and apply to range. So same thing again. I'm going to go. So again, hold down Control to select more than one section. Okay, that's all of that colour done. So I'm going to click OK. And again, we want to go to custom formula is equals, and it's going to be a different cell this time, $C, because it's in the same one, and that is in cell C9. So $9 equals, and the answer for that will be 5. So my fill colour, I want to check what that is. So that's the hex code. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that into here. So click on the fill tool, click on the plus, copy it in. Okay, and that will sort that one out. So that one's done too. Okay, we're going to add another rule. So we're then going to, again, same thing, I'm going to copy my hex code for this one. Okay, format, and we're going to do this one for these questions. Just remember, click and then Control and click, click. So keep holding Control button down for all of these colours. Okay, and OK. Custom formula equals $C, whatever the row is, which is 13, the top row, equals 6. Plus button, paste the hex code, OK, done. So that one's done. Oh, I've done it by accident on the text instead. That was silly. Okay, that was done. So next one down, we're going to use the highlight colours, which is this one here. So again, I'm going to copy my hex code in. Copy the hex code. So plus button and Control and C. Add another rule. apply to range, delete what's already in there, probably because it's wrong. Click and drag, and then hold control, click and drag, click and drag. Okay, that's all that colour. Oh no, it's not. And those ones. Again, holding control or command if you're on a Mac, and that will pick up all those colours. Okay, so that will apply to all those cells. Custom formula. You can see where this is going. $C, and then the top row for that colour is 17. And that I want that one equal to 7. And I want to change the colour at some point. Thank you. Okay, and then we're going to click OK, and that one's done too. So now I've done the highlight colour, I'm going to go for this colour here, which is the dark underbelly bit. So again, this process is always going to be the same. So I'm going to copy the hex code. I'm going to apply it to this range here. So click and drag, hold control, you can click and drag as well. Makes it a lot easier. This is the thing that takes the time when you've got lots of different cells that have the things in. You'll notice there is a blue box around everything that you've selected, so you can actually quite easily check if you've done everything or not. So I believe that's everything there. Okay, so I'm going to, oh no, I think maybe also this bit here. So I'm going to click OK. And again, same process as before. So go down to custom formula, equals $C, and this one is in cell C21. So remember $sign before the letter and $sign before the number as well. There we go. Notice we've got the colours in there. Custom formula. Okay, there we go. Hooray. Done. Okay, next one down, this one. So copy the hex code, add another rule. This isn't actually that monotonous once you get going with it. So click and drag. So we're doing this colour now. Again, hold control or command for quick click and drags. You'll probably think that I'm quite quick at doing this. I've had a huge amount of practice. And I absolutely love Excel and Google Sheets because I'm very sad. Oh no. Okay, also you can see if you're being very hasty, you might end up accidentally getting rid of everything you've clicked on. So just be careful. Now I've got to do all that again. This is probably going to be one of the most time consuming ones, and I'd imagine that doing the black outline around the outside will be incredibly time consuming as well. Okay, so I think I've selected everything there. So, okay, and then we go for our custom formula. Equals $C, and that one is in C25. And we've forgotten what the colours are, so I'm just going to check that. And then paste that in. Be very careful, not like me, not to accidentally click the text colour. Okay, that one's done. Right, so we've got 3 more left, so we're going to do the kind of low lighting, shadow colour, that's the one on this. So add another rule. I'll select all the range, which is this one here. I'm also going to select this bit because I think that should be a shade as well. Notice this is quite nice because you can click and drag quite quickly. Okay, that one's done. Custom formula equals $C, $29. and that is equal to 9. And that's going to be that colour. Okay, right, 2 more to go. Yay! Okay, add another rule. I'm going to check that colour. It's the first one, but right. Apply to range. This one's going to take the longest. Right, if you accidentally select the wrong colour, you can actually get rid of it by keeping the control key down and highlighting over the wrong coloured bit as well. Sometimes it's easier to highlight everything and then get rid of the wrong colour bit. So for example, we could highlight all this and then keep holding control and click and just click off of the wrong colour. Oops. Now with something like this you might think, oh, this is just boring and annoying. You can also copy and paste. So let's say, for example, I've done all this and we've done that, and let's put the formula in. This way may actually save you some problems with clicking off of what you've already highlighted as well, potentially. So that one is in C33 and that's 6. Okay, so it's only done these so far, and now I still know I've got to do this bit here and this bit here. So you can actually copy and paste, and you'll notice it gives you the same rule, which is amazing. This is the reason that we need to use the dollar signs before the C and before the number, so that when you copy and paste it, it doesn't move the cells basically. And the great thing about this is it doesn't actually matter if you end up copying over a cell you've already done. Oops. So if you can click in it, you'll notice that the conditional formatting comes up if you've done it, and then for example if we click that one, we know it hasn't been done. You can select big areas the same way that you do by holding the control button down or clicking and dragging. So I can select all these areas here. Press Control and V, so paste, and then it automatically puts a formula in for you as well. And then just this last little bit at the bottom. So I'm going to use the same technique on the black because I feel like it might be quicker. Okay, so that's all done. Right, finally we've just got to do the black one. So add another rule. This time I'm just going to apply it to that one cell, and then I'm going to copy and paste the rest. So it's going to be black, don't need to check that one. Custom formula is equals 37, and that's going to be 10. Okay, so I'm going to copy that, so Control and C. I don't like using the mouse click personally because it's a lot slower. And you notice I've copied that and I've pasted that, so Control and V, and that's gone all the way down there. So I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the black lines. Again, remember you can select more than one thing by holding Command. The good thing about doing it this way as well is if you deselect, at least you've done some of them already. Oops. Nearly there. Okay, last but not least, need to see the eyes. If you've got something white, it will automatically stay white, so it doesn't really matter if you have it or not. So there we go. Now you'll notice if we delete all the answers, it actually looks exactly the same. So I'm just going to undo that, because what we haven't done is we haven't got a different colour background. So this is a good way to check if you've done the conditional formatting correctly. If you highlight the whole way behind your picture and change the background to white, you can see where you haven't done everything. So all of these answers are in, so that means that the picture should appear as it should be when it's finished. Now I know I haven't filled in everything, so the good thing about this is you can select the same colour you've got, copy it, so again Control and C or copy that way, highlight and then paste, and that'll fill in that too. So I'm just going to do the same bit here. Okay, and that is my finished picture. I might just do a black one instead. There we go. Okay, so that's the conditional formatting. Last thing really you probably need to do is clean it up. So we don't really want the colours at the side so the kids can't tell. So we're going to change that back to white. You can, if you want to, remove the grid lines. I think it looks a bit cuter and cooler. And then when you click and drag along here, you can add a border so you can see the questions. So I'm going to put question, insert answer here. You can't see that, so what we probably want to do with the whole lot of this is go for showing the middle of the cell, which is here, and then align them into the middle of the cell. Again, we can't see all of this, so what we need to do is wrap the text. So click in that cell, click on this thing here which is text wrapping, and then click the middle one. That will make the text stay inside the cell basically and not overrun. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. So we can test this now and see if it works. So notice it's disappeared. So I've got 2, 5, 6, 7, 3, 10, 9, 6, and 10. And there we have it. We've got our entire picture. Hooray! Please feel free to leave any comments if you want some help with anything or you need anything particular explained again. I will link in the comment section some pictures that you can use to try this out. So I'll link the snake for you, and I'll do a couple of other pictures as well that you can just copy and paste straight in to your pictures. Please note that these are only for personal school use and not for commercial use, so you won't be able to sell these on things like TPT. Thanks very much for watching, and I really hope that's been helpful for everyone.